This is actually my third time recording this devlog. I tend to chicken out the posting each time, but hopefully this time is the time I post it. Okay, well, my name is Orchida. I've been working on a game called Carnation Girls, you might have read the title, since 2023, since before my other game, Aerial Outcast, was released, actually. I made it at first for the Sunfez Game Jam. Currently the demo's up there with the prologue of the game in it, but it's quite outdated now. So, yeah. A lot of the music especially I plan on replacing. Well, I'm working on it at the moment, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's a gameplay video for it on this channel as well. The game is a murder mystery visual novel starring a rich family with formerly four daughters, Mona, Mara, Marsha and May. And to introduce them all appropriately, I made a PowerPoint.
So, this is Mona. Take a look, get used to her. She's the oldest daughter of the Carnation family. Well, the heiress, if you will. She's dead. She's dead. That's the plot of the game. This is the murder you're investigating. Okay, she's dead.
Got that? Well, here are the suspects. So, first we have Amias Duffield, the youngest son of the prestigious Duffield family and the fiancé of Mona. He was the last person seen with her, but it is important to note that since they never got to be married, he didn't gain any inheritance from her death. Secondly, we have Mona's own parents. There isn't really that much of an obvious motive here, but who knows. Now, we're on to one of the sisters, the Carnation girls, if you will, Mara Carnation. Here we do have a much clearer motive, for all of the sisters got direct inheritance from Mona, from the money she had from her allowance. Not to mention, she now gets to be the heiress of the Carnation family. But you know, it's the same for all of the sisters, and she does seem really nice, doesn't she? There isn't really any evidence either way. Next, we have Marsha, the second youngest daughter. It is a similar motive to Mara, although as the second youngest daughter, she did not have the direct motive of taking the title of heiress. At least she would have to deal with her older sister first. Finally, we have May. She was the closest to Mona. She is the one who is doing the most obvious, grieving out of all of the family members. She also has her own thoughts on who did it, but she may not be the most rational right now. Next suspect is you. Did you kill her? Did you? It's just sort of strange that they would put such an inexperienced detective on a case like this. Why did you ask to come here today? Did you have a reason for it? A particular reason? Well, to keep you in check, you are investigating with Alvie, an actually experienced detective who will be investigating the body. I know that you have a fear of blood, so you will just be focusing on talking to suspects and people linked to the case to get to the bottom of it. That is, if you don't already know, of course, but we must follow procedure. Alvie is a very hard worker, unlike you, and she'll catch on if you're not doing your job. She'll be checking in on you throughout the game. So, what do you think? Okay, so now I will go over some of the gameplay. It's a visual novel, so it is pretty simple. It's mostly dialogue and choices, with some point-and-click investigation sections in between. The game is somewhat inspired by Danganronpa. Now, one of the things I like about Danganronpa is the morning and evening announcements. It's a small detail, but it makes the progression of time clear to the player. That generally is something that Danganronpa does really well. I think it's very important for mystery games. You might guess I also like Persona. So for Carnation Girls, we have breakfast and dinner scenes with Alvie every single day in game for consistency. Sometimes it will change route by route, but these events will always happen. They'll just happen a bit differently. There's also always a line about waking up and going to bed each day. Also, for the solving the mystery aspect, I think it's important to know the exact times that stuff happened as you discover it throughout the game. So I'm currently implementing a calendar which shows everything that's happened, before and during the game, to make it all very clear to the player. Aside from that, and some more convenience features and drawing better UI, that's more or less it. You can probably see in the background now some snippets of the game. Of course, there's still a lot to do. I still need to do a lot of the art as well. I'm wanting to add more of the expression sprites to the game. Most of the character designs will stay pretty much the same, although I may add some more details to some of the characters, like Amias. The outfits are kind of a mush of historical eras. I mean, it's a fantasy game, but still, it's not set in a real-life location, but it's one of those things that kill a historical fashion enthusiast, like, Bridgerton vibes. But, it's common for these sorts of visual novels. I also simplified the designs, like, a lot from some of my original ideas that you can see. It's a bit more memorable, I found, and it works better with my overall art style to have them be a bit simplified, but they will have some alternates. I'm still playing with the idea of having them be a bit more complicated, so maybe I'll show some of the variants on screen, and if anyone actually does watch this, they can say what they prefer. I just really like the silhouettes of a lot of historical fashion, so when I was doing shape language for the characters, I was looking at a variety of real-life fashion styles for reference. I'll probably have the mood boards on screen for anybody that's interested. Of course, I didn't use these exactly, but, again, for the alternates, for the extra outfits of the characters, I'll probably show them some more, and I might still edit the silhouettes a little bit of the main characters going forward. Yeah. So I guess that's it for the first devlog. This was more of just an introduction, but this is the first voiceover video I've ever released. So, well, hopefully I get the courage to release it this time. If you're seeing this, it means I did. Yay. If nothing else, it's a good way to keep track of my own progress, even the unreleased ones. So even if no one watches, I still think it's worth the effort of trying to finish one, just for my own sake, and keeping track of what I'm doing, because I think that's generally, one of the big problems of game development is keeping track of, like, how much you've got done, how far you are into the project. But yeah, if you are watching, thank you so much for being interested in my game and listening. I know it was a bit of a ramble. As I said, I've never recorded a voiceover before. But hopefully I'll get better at it, and see you next time.